Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today in this video lecture, we will discuss about chapter 3, that is fiber to fabric. So let's revise this chapter again. We had discussed this chapter and revised this chapter already. This is again the revision lecture of this chapter 3. So first of all, fiber. So fibers are the thread-like structures which is used to prepare yarn, and yarns are used to prepare fabric, and from fabric we get cloths. So there are two type of fibers we use in our day-to-day life. The first type is plant or natural fibers, and the second is synthetic fibers. So under natural fibers, again there are two categories, that is plant fibers and animal fibers. So the fibers which we get from nature, these are called natural fibers, and the fibers we get from plants, these are called natural plant fibers, like cotton, jute, hemp, flax, fiber of coconut, from which we normally prepare rope. So these are the different types of fibers, that is plant fibers. Now comes the animal fibers. So the fibers which we get from animals are called animal fibers, like wool from sheep, angora rabbit, camel's wool, and silk is there. So these are the fibers we get from nature. The next is synthetic fiber, that is the fibers which is prepared by different type of chemicals we get from nature, and these fibers are prepared in factories. So now let's discuss the process of preparing fiber. So what happened is the small thread-like structure are twisted together to form yarn. A small thread-like structure are twisted together to form a yarn, and this process is called spinning. Next comes the weaving process. Here two yarns are weaved together by the help of machine. So these are called weaving, and after this process we get the fabric, and from the fabric we get different types of cloths. So now let's discuss about cotton. So we know that cotton is grown in mainly in the black soil like Maharashtra and hot and humid weather. So Maharashtra is the ideal place for cotton cultivation. So first of all, what happened? The cotton flower start blooming up, and they becomes fruit, and the fruits, when they burst open, white color structures comes out. So these are called cotton. So these cotton flowers are choosed, and they are separated from the seed and the flower cover by the process called ginning, and the machine is used is called gin. In the previous days, people used to separate the seed and the flower cover of the fruit by their hand, but nowadays they have a machine called gin, and the process is called ginning. So after this separation, these small threads are again twisted into yarn, and from yarn from fiber, and we get the cotton fiber. So there are several use of cotton fiber. The first of all, we use it for our cloth, as it is very comfortable in Indian climate. Then there are several ways to use cotton, like they use cotton to clean the wounds for bandage purpose. There is a explosive called gun cotton, which is made by the use of cotton. So these are the several uses of cotton. Next comes the jute plant. So jute plant is also grow in those areas where availability of water is much more. These plants are normally grown in the areas of Bihar, West Bengal and Assam, and they grow in the areas where water is available because these plants need water. At the time of flowering stage, these plants cut from the stem and the farmers put these plants into water for few days. So the bacteria in water, they start acting on the sticky material which is present in the stem, and gradually the bark of the stem will separate it from the stem and the gummy material will be removed, and this process is called retting. This process is called retting. So after the process of retting, people separate the bark of the this tree from the stem, and they use this bark as a fiber called jute fiber. This fiber is also very helpful for making different type of sacks, bags and other several uses are there. Then comes the fiber called coconut fiber, hemp fiber, flax or linen is there. So these fibers are very comfortable in our day-to-day life, and it is used these are used for several purposes. Now after this discussion of different type of fibers and the way we get fabric from the different fibers like spinning, weaving and knitting is also there. Knitting means a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric, and this is used by the help of two smooth handles. By the help of that our mothers make sweaters. So this process is called knitting. This process is called knitting. This process is called knitting. Now, so these are the some basic topics from this chapter, and now the last topic is history of clothing material. So we all know that class, from the starting of the civilization, we people don't know how to use this fiber. We don't know how to do agriculture also. People were nomads, they were moved from one place to another place. They will gradually learn the use of fire, then they will gradually learn how to tame animals, and so on. This progress will go one by one, and then they are able to learn how to use a needle, and this use of needle revolutionized the clothing pattern of the humans. Now with the help of needle they stitch different parts of the fiber and they use it. So at the starting they use bark of the tree, leaves of the tree and also the skin of the animals to cover their body. So in this way humans start growing in the pattern of clothing, and after the invention of needle they are able to stitch different cloths, different fabrics together, and they will prepare a cloth, a new cloth or a new pattern of cloths. So class, I hope you are able to understand this chapter and the different topics of this chapter well. Go through the previous videos from YouTube, from my channel. I hope these videos are available over there. This is a summarized video of chapter 3. Here I discussed only very small and important points are here. So class, have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you, class.